Welcome back to Chiquel's YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and I'm here to give you a review today on this adorable piece called Untold Story by Raquel Welch. And I've been just dying to try this wig on. So I finally got my hands on it, put it on my head, and I just think it's the sweetest little thing. I don't know if you have ever tried the wig Upstage by Raquel Welch, but this kind of reminds me of that. Maybe a little bit shorter, little bit, but it reminds me of that. I just love a cute bob. So this is what she looks like pretty much straight out of the box. The only thing I've done is taken away the zigzag part that all of those wigs come in. So zigzag part's gone, the monofilament top is exposed, and this is how she sits. So of course, when you get a wig, it's not always going to do what you want it to do. So I find it's coming forward a little bit more than I would generally like. So I think the only thing I would really do to this is put some heat at the roots here to help bring it a little bit off my face so it's not falling in my eyes. So I can put heat on this because this is made with true to life heat-friendly synthetic fibers. So whenever you have one of those wigs with those fibers, you can use heating tools up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. So with this, I would probably get a hot comb and just go right at the roots just to bring it back a bit. But you can use a hair straightener, you can use curling iron, hot comb, blow dryer brush, pretty much any type of heat you would use on human hair, you can use on fibers that are heat friendly. Now that I've had this on my head for a few minutes, something I noticed is that it's really comfortable. So this is a hand-tied cap, or I should say a partially hand-tied cap. I'll show you the inside works of this in a minute here. But these hand-tied caps just feel so luxurious and lovely on your head. I find they just fit so snugly and just like a glove. I've also felt that even though I would say this is about a light to medium density piece in terms of how much hair it has, it feels really lightweight on. And you're gonna find that in a piece like this with the hand-tied cap and a full monofilament top, you're not gonna have any permatease. So whenever you have a cap that is hand-tied and has all the hand-tied components to it, you're not going to get permatease in it, so you're not going to get that extra lift that you would see on those pieces that are hand-tied. This one, all of the volume you see is just due to the style itself. So they have put a lot of body and volume to help create this really cute bob design. You know, it's funny, the more that I look at this on me, the more I'm not sure that I like these flippity-doos at the bottom. I don't know, it kind of comes in and then zoop. So I feel like if I were to keep this, I would add heat to it so that it's more of a classic bob style. I wouldn't want to change this part up here. I really love the shape of the top layers of it. It's just these bottom layers that are a little too flippy for me, but maybe you love them. I don't know, maybe you're really into those flippities. Let me spin around so you can see a little bit more of this design. All right, if you've been around a while, you'll know that Raquel Welch makes some of the best lace fronts in the world. So let me show you what we've got here. We have an extended temple to temple lace front. So that means it's gonna go to about mid-ear tab. So it's gonna start right here, and there's a gradual blend into the thicker part of the lace front. It goes all the way around, of course, to the other side. So this is really great for being able to style it off of your face. I find when lace fronts stop more up here where, you know, your standard lace fronts are, you can generally see a bit of a seam or a transition to where the rest of the cap is. But these extended lace fronts, they're amazing, and Raquel Welch always does a lovely job. All right, I mentioned earlier how she has a full monofilament top. So that's a really wonderful feature for anyone who likes to switch up their parting and really play with the style. So I currently have her sitting in the left part right now. I'll show you the monofilament. So it's at my left side, but you can really easily change your part and it's still gonna look just as natural. So this isn't necessarily going to want to stay here and stay the way that I want it to. So I would probably add heat just at the roots in order to help train it to go the way that I want to. On a piece like this that has a monofilament top and a lace front, it's really easy to add bangs to it if you want. So if you are wanting to bring some hair forward, cut more of a bang into it, you absolutely can. So the great thing about these wigs is that they're really customizable, especially if they are heat defined, because then you can help train the hair even easier to go in the direction that you want it to go. So yes, bangs are really easy to cut into this if you wanted to, but it does come with a really nice swooping face framing layer here. So in terms of these measurements, or on the length of this, we have 8.5 inches at the front, we have 7 inches on the sides, 9 inches at the back, and then from your crown it goes to about 10.5 inches, and then from your nape there's about 5 inches from your nape. And I keep looking at myself even more in this, and the more I look at myself, the more I don't know if I love the style on me. This is something that I probably would really want to mess up quite a bit. Like, I see myself right now and it just seems too perfect. Like, too perfect here, too perfect with the flippities. I would really mess this up and like shake it out, add some heat, maybe even thin it out a little bit. See, this looks so much better the more you play with it. So keep that in mind. When you get wigs out of the box, they're not necessarily going to look the way you want them to. Play with them, add product to them, add heat to them, change them around, make them more you, because this is looking better already, just from me ruffling it up a little bit. So I'm wearing this in the color Shaded Biscuit, which is RL19/23SS. And this is probably one of my most favorite blonde colors by Raquel Welch. So this is a shadow shade color, which means that you're gonna have a blended root. So this is a medium brown root that's kind of smudged into the rest of the color. Then you're gonna have a cool base, it's like a cool platinum base with a warmer toned highlight. So I find this to be a neutral to cool blonde. So you are gonna of course see the blonde or the platinum cool base, but these warmer highlights really make it a nice neutral color and add a little bit of depth to it. It's just a really lovely color. Let me take this off for you so we can take a good look at the cap. So I know I was talking about the full monofilament top. That's this here. So a monofilament top is basically like a lace-like material, and every fiber on here is hand tied onto this monofilament top. And the great thing about anything that's hand tied is that it gives it an all-around movement. So the hair is gonna move in a more free way. And with a monofilament top, of course, you can part it wherever you want, with it still looking like it's growing right from your scalp. Here's that extended temple to temple lace front. So I was saying earlier how it goes about to mid-ear tab with a gradual increase in the depth of the lace and all the way to the other ear tab. Okay, here's the partially hand-tied cap. So I say it's partially hand-tied because this top half here is hand-tied. So again, that means each fiber is hand sewn on. So because it's hand sewn, that takes a little bit more care and a little bit more time. So these are going to be a little bit more expensive than your standard open wefted cap that are machine sewn. So this is partially hand tied, and the bottom part here is wefted. So these are machine sewn, but it's a closed weft. So it's mixed together into this lovely, luxurious cap. One thing to know about this particular cap that Raquel Welch makes is it's not really stretchy. So if you're used to their open wefted caps, those are very stretchy, and they generally accommodate an average size head to an average large size. This one, you're probably not going to fit it very well if you're an average large. This is a more snug cap. It's not going to stretch much larger than an average size. So just keep that in mind. I am a petite sized head. So I am 20.5 circumference, 11.5 inches front to nape, and 11.5 ear to ear. This fits me pretty well. There's a little bit of bulk in the cap itself, but it's really not a lot and not enough to bother me. And of course, for the circumference, you can make it tighter with your Velcro adjustable straps. which is really nice for someone who is a petite size. It has an extended nape here and it's velvet, as well as some velvet ear tabs with metal stays in them. So the metal stays in these wigs are really great because it helps keep it against your temples and against your head, which means you don't need any glue or adhesive to keep them down. They're not going to flop around on you. I think I got everything. I think I covered it all. Overall, guys, I really love this wig, mostly because of its really comfortable cap and its really well-made cap. It's very lightweight feel, and it's just feels like it fits me so nice. Now, I know I was saying in the beginning how I really loved the style of this, but as I kept looking at myself, I kept thinking, man, it's just too perfect. So the style of this, I would definitely mess it up. I would probably change it up a little bit to make it a little bit less perfect. But the lace front is impeccable. The monofilament top is beautiful. Everything about this cap is amazing. The fibers are pretty soft, not the softest I've ever felt, but they are soft and they're fairly lightweight. So again, this is a light to medium density, but it feels really lightweight on my head. If you found this review to be helpful, then make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel where I will give you a lot more wig reviews and tips and tricks. And if you're really interested in purchasing Untold Story, make sure you find us online at chiquel.com if you're in the United States, chiquel.ca if you're in Canada, or chiquel.com.au if you're in Australia. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.